All right, guys, so we're going to focus on WordPress security, and there's the 3 steps to secure a WordPress installation immediately. Now, this is not rocket science, guys. The wonderful part about all this is that we can walk you through it step by step, and it's not hard at all. So let's work on making security as easy as possible. Okay, so as we talk about, and you're going to hear me talk about this stuff in the future as well, you're dealing with the bear. And you're probably wondering, what is the bear? Well, if you've heard me at all in any of the other trainings that I've had, it really comes down to this. You use the analogy of you're out in the woods, you're with a friend, or someone that you don't really care for, one of the two, and there is a bear, and you see this bear. So you go up to this bear, which is not a good idea, but you decide to go up to this bear. And as you go up to this bear, and the bear sees you, and it sees your neighbor or your friend, and it wants to eat one of you. So you both take off running. Well, as you're both running, the bear's chasing you. What should you do? Run faster than your neighbor, right? So when it comes to security, a lot of it just comes down to is you must run faster than your neighbor. You've got to run faster than the person next to you. And sad but true is when it comes to the fact of putting security in place, if you do the basics and you do the blocking and tackling, these hackers will go on to somebody else. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to stop them 100% of the time. And I'll put this out, and you hear me talk about this as well. The disclaimer is that if a hacker really wants to get a hold of you, they're going to find a way. It's just a matter of time. They have time on their side, and all you have to do is mess up once, and they've got you. But in the world of online businesses and of being online and trying to sell your stuff online, trying to just be online, when it comes right down to the WordPress, you want to just make your target, your website, something that someone does not want to mess with. And they're like, it's just too much work. I'll go on to somebody else. And that's realistically what it comes down to. So there's 3 big rocks that we'll tackle right now that will help secure your WordPress website. And if you focus on these 3 big things, that will dramatically decrease the opportunity of someone hacking into your website. And so one of the 3 is the accounts. Your administrator account, your editor account, but mainly the administrator account, the account that has all the rights on your site. Those are the ones you really got to watch on and you really got to worry about, because if I'm a bad guy and I'm coming after your WordPress site, I'm going to go after that gives me a long-term account or a long-term stability into your network. The security plugins you really need to put on your site. When you're dealing with large global companies, let's just say Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whoever is a large company, they have people that they watch what occurs within the network. They are the eyes and the ears of what occurs within the network, and they're watching these security things that occur. Well, you don't have that luxury, right? Nor do you want to pay for to having somebody on staff to do that. Now, maybe if you get big enough, you will have somebody on staff, but when you're just getting started, one of the things you need to be able to leverage your time. Well, a security plugin will do that for you. It'll look at the security things that you need to secure your WordPress website in a way that you don't have to be involved. So it can be automated so that it can just tell you what's going on. So you really need something like that as your eyes and ears on your WordPress site when you're not looking at it 24/7, right? Plus, if you were looking at it 24/7, you may not really know what to look for. These things will help you. Passwords. And I use this, go big or go home, right? You have to make them a long, complex password. And we'll go into passwords a little bit as we go further on in this. But the bottom line is, the bigger the password you have, the better off you are. And also the more complicated it is. Because hackers are going for the easy kill. That's what they're looking for. Passwords of being password, of being monkey. Something simple, right? If they go down, they call it a keyboard progression, but just basically you go at the top row of your keyboard and go QWERTY, right? They're looking for the simple, easy way to get your information. Again, hackers are lazy.